Let's learn how to use the Fetch API with React. So I'm going to go through this tutorial assuming you know what the Fetch API is and what React is. So with that said, let's go along with the tutorial. Prior to this video, I created a Create React app and I gutted out all the information, all the stuff that was inside the render function. So I just have a blank slate right now, and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is initialize the states. So I'm going to go ahead and create a constructor, and then inside that super, and then props, and then also I got to add that parameter to it. I got to add that parameter to props. And then right below that, let's go ahead and set the states. So this dot states equals, and then what do you want to name it? Let's name it posts. So we're going to go ahead and set posts to just like an empty array. I tried setting it to comma. I tried setting it to null before, and what happened was every time I'd like run the app, it would re-render the component twice. So the first time I'd get null for posts whenever I log into the console, and then the second time I'd get the data. And for a little bit of time, I was wondering why that was happening, and then I realized it was because I had posts set to null, or I had the value of posts as null. We just set the state, and now the next thing we're going to want to do is we are going to want to fetch the data, the fun part. So what we want to do is we want to get the data after all of our children elements and component instances are mounted. So we're going to go ahead and call component did mounts. And then empty parameters, no parameters, and inside that we're going to call fetch. And then inside that it takes, I guess, a parameter, and that would be a URL. I'm going to be using JSON placeholder just because it's quick and easy. And if you want to follow along using JSON placeholder, then just npm install JSON server globally, and then use this URL. So https JSON placeholder typicode.com/posts. That's what I'm going to be using. Ignore that one. If you want to add the one, add it, but it's only going to give you one post. I want all 100 of the posts, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to our fetch. And just to give you a little idea of what this URL contains, it's just an array of objects of posts. And each post has a user ID, title, and a body. So now that we got the fetch, we're going to go ahead and use that and create a then method. So then, and then we're going to have a parameter called res, short for response or results, whichever you prefer. And then we're going to want to parse that, so res.json. So now that we got that, we're going to make another then method. And then we're going to take that result, we're going to take that parsed data, and we're going to give it a parameter of data, and then we're going to push that, we're going to put that inside our states, our posts states. So how we're going to do that by typing out this dot sets states, and then mustache brackets. I guess they're called mustache brackets. And then we're going to get posts, and then we're going to set that to be the data that we got from the fetch. So now that we got that done, next thing I'm going to want to do is I want to test to make sure it actually works. So I think I can console log and component did mount. I may be wrong, but let's go and try it out. So console.log this.states.data. No, posts. I don't want to make that mistake. Posts. This.state.post. So if I save that and then I should actually run the application. So cd documents dev. So let's cd into fetch the directory of the project of or the tutorial, and then we're gonna yarn start, and then let that spin up. Okay, so it's up now. We're gonna go ahead and hit inspect. If we go to the console, we have an array that is nothing because it's because I have it in component did mounts. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out of component did mount, and we're gonna let's just paste it inside the render, and that should actually work. There we go. So there's all the data. And now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to like iterate through all this data and then kind of like just post it, just like render it or return it in the return down here. So let's go ahead and add some brackets, mustache brackets inside here, and then we're going to go and type down this dot states dot posts dot map. And then for each post, let's go ahead and test that out by typing console.log post. And that should work. Watch me jinx myself. Oh no, it works. It works. All right, cool. So now next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a div. This is probably a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, but I'd rather just like, I'm just do a div. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you how to do this. I'm not trying to like make everything look pretty. So I'm just gonna have a div, and then we're gonna make an h2 tag for the title, then p for the paragraph, and I guess that's all we need. So we're gonna go up to here to the div, and then we're going to type in key and then have that equal to post.id, because React needs to keep track of their elements. And then inside this h2 bracket, mustache bracket inside, and then type down post dot what is it, body, and then post dot title. And if I hit save, everything should render to the screen. Let me just X this out, and I have nothing. Oh, return. I forgot to add a return. So now we have all of the data just rendered to the screen, to the view. Sweet. But yeah, it's actually kind of weird that like the titles are longer than the body. But oh wait, hold up. Did I mess it up? Oh no, I messed it up. Title, body. I had the h2 tag as body, and then the p tag as the title. So let me go ahead and switch that, and then bring it back up. There we go. Sweet. So we got our title, and then we got our body, and then that's being rendered 100 times, and that's why my computer's running hot, and that's why my camera froze, because I'm using a webcam. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you in the next one.